Well, let's ask the man himself, because he is jumping on the show right now. He is Colby Covington. Colby, first of all, congratulations on what was a career win, really, on Saturday, a great win, an aggressive win. What did you see in terms of that output by Robbie Lawler? Do you think it was a cardio issue, or do you think it was maybe a game plan on his behalf to try to wear you down and maybe try to get you later in the fight?
Yeah, let's talk to the man. Let's not talk to the pundits. Let's not talk to all the people that are on the internet that thinking they know fighting and they know what it takes to be great and be a legend like Robbie Lawler. Let's talk to the man himself. And what I just think that I'm on a different level than everybody right now.
Well, Colby, now, this is something Miesha and I were talking about before you got on, right? You call him a legend, and he is, right? First ballot Hall of Famer. But then, obviously, after the fight on Saturday, a lot of headlines, well, those people on the internet, the pundits, the analysts, right, latched onto your post-fight speech about Matt Hughes. Now, you call Robbie Lawler a legend, which I agree with, right? So is Matt Hughes, and Matt Hughes is the guy on some level who taught Robbie Lawler everything he knew, and, well, not everything, but a large part of what he knew. He was clearly an important part in his life. So if he is that legend, if he is someone you look up to, why did you choose to take that shot then, coming off such a big win?
I think it's funny that a lot of the people that want to hate on that, and there's nothing in my contract that says I have to be nice. They say, right, hey, you get in your underwear and you go in there and you want to brutally beat someone up and leave them in the hospital. But I don't remember anybody saying anything about being nice or saying nice words about people. So I just don't care what people think. All the people that are saying things, they live in glass houses. The people that try and slander my name, they want to make me look bad and say things that they should be careful what they're saying. They live in glass houses. Don't throw rocks when you live in glass houses.
So what is it that inspired you to be to say something kind about Robbie? Because I feel like that was a bit uncharacteristic of what we typically see and how you typically promote is, you do bring the trash talk. You do bring the things that get everybody fired up and gets headlines and people clicking and people are interested in that. But then you come out and you say something so ultra respectful, and even starting the show, right, calling the man a legend. Why? What's the change in tune?
Oh, Miesha, I bring in the ratings. There's a reason you had me on your show today. I know you talk things about me behind my back, and it gets back to me. All the people say about how negative thoughts you say about me, and how I'm this, I'm that. And I just think it's very hypocritical because I don't think you're a perfect person. You might have some skeletons in your closet as well. So for you to call out me and say what I do wrong, I sell and promote fights, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I go out there and I win those fights. I don't know if you guys heard, but I also had the President of the United States call me right after my fight in the family front row. And there's a reason behind all of that. I bring in the entertainment. Why is it that nobody gets it but the man himself, Matt Hughes, gets it? He sends a text message to my agent, Dan Lambert, says, oh, man, that's funny, That's just what the nature of we joke around. And it's the truth. Get off the train when Colby's coming through, the Colby train or the Trump train. Get off the tracks or you're going to get ran over.
Look, Colby, I respect your opinion and everything, and I hope you don't think anything I say on air is talking trash. I don't have your number directly. Maybe look, I say it, and I expect fully that it's public news, and you can hear it, and, I'm definitely not trying to say anything behind your back. Before you got on the show, if you were listening, I said, look, I met Colby. He was volunteering his time. He's a super nice person. At that time, I didn't really follow his interviews, and the first time I heard him talk, I was shocked because I felt like he was such a nice person, and I think that this is an act. And I will go on air right now, right to your face, and tell you I don't typically like that kind of talk, the trash talk. It's not what I follow. It's not what I like. I think you're a nice person, and I think you're playing a heel role. And I'm not a fan of the heel. I'm not a fan of the trash talk. It's not my thing, not what I follow. But there you have it. There's to your face. It's nothing behind your back. That's how I see it.
Awesome. Well, the way I see it, is you got famous off losing to my girl Ronda Rousey. You got famous for putting pictures on the internet. You got famous for other things that we won't talk about because I don't want to really bury your name. So if you're going to say I'm disgusting in the Western Hemisphere and you're disgusting for this sport, and you would never allow that at ONE FC and this and that, acting like you're on a pedestal, like you're better than everybody, then you should be one to talk. That's very two-faced and hypocritical, and it shows what type of fake person you are. You want to act in the media and talk on your little podcast and talk like you're a perfect person, but you act like you're perfect and you've done everything right. You've never done anything wrong in your career. So I just think it's very hypocritical hypocritical, and people need to hold themselves accountable in America.
Colby, I get it. You want to trash talk and everything. I'm not trying to be hypocritical, and you're going to see it that way, and that's fine. But, this is how I feel, and I have, this is America. You stand for America. I have my opinion. I'm not a fan of the trash talk. I don't claim to be perfect. I've never claimed to be perfect. And you do you, man. Like, do your thing. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and say you shouldn't. I've never said you shouldn't come to one championship. That's coming from my boss. And you're right. You don't fit the mold of one championship. You shouldn't want to come here. You're doing big things in the UFC, so who gives a shit what one championship thinks about you? I'm not a fan of trash talk. I never will be. I like sportsmanship. You don't. Big deal. We are Americans. I'm allowed to have my own opinion. You're allowed to have your own opinion, but I'm not sitting here trying to trash talk you. I say I don't like that kind of style, and I don't, and I never will. I like the humble sportsman. I like GSP. I like that kind of stuff. But man, go do your thing. I'm not trying to tell you that you shouldn't. I think you're next in line. I think you should have fought already for the title. Like, I'm not out here to hate on you. I just don't particularly like that kind of trash talk. But hey, you know what? I mean, I feel like very disrespected in this conversation, to be honest. So, I don't even know what to really say right now. It's kind of crazy that you would go on that level just because I have an opinion that you as an American should have respect for the fact that at least I have the balls to say it to your face, and that's my opinion, and I am entitled to it. I did not put you down as a person. You've put me down as a person.
To defend myself. I'm here to defend myself. You talk bad about my name behind my back, so here I am. I'm confronting you.
I'm not talking behind your back. Now. Here you are. You're right on my...
Are you kidding me? You say in the headlines all the time, oh, Colby is trash talk. I don't play that. He's disgusting. I would never allow him.
I didn't say disgusting. What are you talking about? Don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth.
Hold on one second. Colby, you realize that that's part of her job description, right? Like, she's transitioned to be an analyst to give her thoughts on the sport. You are a part of this sport. You make headlines for controversy, and you also make headlines for the exciting fights you put on, like you did Saturday. You understand that, right? It's not a personal vendetta against Colby Covington. You're an active fighter, one that is a championship contender, and she's trying to give her thoughts on the sport as she sees it.
I'm the champion. I've done something never done before. So if you guys can have your opinion, I agree to disagree, and that's why we can have a civil conversation. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. I'm telling you guys how it is because I'm a real person, and that's how I do things. I'm not gonna act like I'm not gonna talk about it when that's what I'm thinking. That hey, you guys want to talk about me? Here I am to defend myself.
Colby, you talk about being civil, which I think is interesting. We could debate that, but you just made reference to pictures. You essentially said that Miesha Tate released pictures to increase her popularity. Of course, you're talking about the pictures that were hacked from her phone and illegally released to the internet. Thus, you're kind of implying that she did that herself. So now you're sitting here saying, and that's a low blow. That's personal. Miesha just dissected your fighting career. You come on our show and you directly relate to a story about that. I mean, Colby, it's the complete opposite of civility.
I came on your show to give you your best ratings you're ever going to get. You're lucky that I came and blessed your show today.
Like the best ratings that UFC on ESPN got, which was the lowest rated UFC on ESPN ever?
Like the lowest rated show, the Sirius XM, no one cares about it, man. No one cares to hear you guys' thought. You guys are jobbers, dude. Both of you guys. There's a reason you're in the bottom feeder leagues.
Well, Colby, you don't
cheating on Brian Caraway, and she's not this great person that she says she actually like.
Okay. Well, Colby, you don't have to worry about it because you'll never be on the show again. So it works out well. We want to appreciate you for the time, man. And congratulations on a big win that was Saturday. Okay.